What is good, y'all? Mikey T, the movie star here, and I wanted to bless y'all with another crazy hip hop story from the past. That's right. I wanted to bless y'all with this story that we've all heard about, Gillie the Kid versus Cassidy, when it was really heating up. You know, when Cassidy disrespected Gillie the Kid and wouldn't give him the crown, so to speak, when he would not acknowledge the fact that Gillie the Kid was the heavy presence in the street, known as the King of Philly, whereas Cassidy was the industry standard at that point in time. All he had to do was give Gillie the street credentials that Gillie earned, but he just would not do that, and the beef popped off. It popped off so much that Gillie had to go and confront Cassidy face to face at the Powerhouse concert. That's right. That's what we're going to be talking about today. He went and confronted Cassidy when he was at the height of his career. He confronted Cassidy in front of 50 Cent. That's right. Cassidy was there with 50 dudes. Gillie went there to pull his card in front of the top goon of Philly. Also, in front of the man that changed Cassidy's life. That's right, you guys. We're going to get into that near the later portions of the video. But if you want to hear about who was the one that Cassidy got embarrassed in front of that actually changed his life, yeah, stick around for this video. It's Mikey T, the movie star. Everybody watching this, follow me on Instagram right now. Follow me on social media. Make sure you subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss none of this hot fire content, no Dylon. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all that good stuff. Now, we are reacting to a Gillie the Kid video when Gillie was honestly trying to show some support to Cassidy. You know, Gillie had spoke with me in an interview and then spoken outside of our interviews and said that he was showing love to Cassidy. He actually spoke to Goods face to face and told Goods that Cassidy was not going to be a walk in the park. He said Cassidy was not going to be an easy defeat. You know, Gillie had Cassidy's back. But let's fast forward. Gillie said Cassidy was all on the stage, arguing with the crowd. How is you booing the greatest shit on planet Earth? This is literally what Cassidy was doing. When the crowd turned their back on Cassidy in the battle, he literally started yelling at the crowd. You know what I mean? This isn't something that our favorites like Hollow the Don or Loaded Lux, you know what I mean? This isn't something that we would see from these guys. So for Cassidy to be coming into the game and taking the crown, so to speak, it's a little absurd to see him yelling at the crowd at these events. Trying to force feed his bars at these events. Yo, bro, the bars aren't going to be all hot. We're not going to consider your bars hot just because you're Cassidy. You know what I mean? Get a grip. Come at this the right way. Gillie's going to go on. So let's see. So Gillie said they didn't feel that the way when you first started off, when they were clapping for you. By the third round, they was booing you. And any dude that gets to arguing with the crowd on stage lost, Gillie said. See, right there, he said it. Gillie is obviously watching these battles. He ended up going to one of Cassidy's battles. So he's evidently watching these battles because that is what happened. The crowd was in tune with Cassidy, what he was doing the first go around, that first battle round with Goods, even though he took absurdly long. You know, he might have stunted out some of the crowd's, you know what I mean, attention span by going so long. Now, Gillie said, and now you're doing interviews disrespecting me? Didn't you try that before? As I mentioned earlier, Gillie said, didn't I go to your block? Which Cassidy now denies that that was his block. Cassidy said it was the block of the people that Arab was beefing with, or the people from Arab's old camp that ended up snitching on Ab and Cassidy. Okay, didn't really make much sense to me. Gillie had filmed a blog back in the day when blogs were really just starting to take shape. You know what I mean? Gillie was dissing Lil Wayne on blogs. So Gillie actually took cameras to Cassidy's block and was like, yo, this is the block of Cassidy, the guy who has the new song called I'm a Hustler, the guy who has Hotel. Do y'all ever see Cassidy on this block? And everybody was like, nah, Cassidy doesn't be back here anymore. Cassidy denied it. Moving on. Gillie the Kid also said, didn't I catch you backstage at Powerhouse? This is the infamous time where Gillie caught Cassidy in person for the first time after their beef. Because, like I said, when he went to that block, when he filmed that block, Cassidy was not on that block. Didn't I catch you backstage at Powerhouse? Gillie said, it was just me and my wife. You were there with 50 dudes. Didn't I call all of you ducks and bitch asses, and not one of you attempted to lift a finger? The whole city knows this. You know, a lot of people say that Arab was the one that actually stepped up to Gillie the Kid that day. Gillie the Kid is saying he went over, approached Cassidy at Powerhouse when Cassidy is there. Literally the biggest thing in Philly. Like I said, I geared these guys up. I leveled them out for you guys. Cassidy's in the industry. Gillie was in the streets. You know what I mean? Gillie was the street favorite. Cassidy was the industry kid. So Gillie runs up on Cassidy at Powerhouse. It's obvious. Gillie's not getting into Powerhouse with 50 people. You know what I mean? At that point in time, Gillie's not getting into that stage or that area with 50 people. Cassidy was the hottest dude. He's getting in with 50 people. Gillie says not one of them lifted a finger. Not one of the people lifted a finger, is what Gillie's saying, while he sat there and trash talked Cassidy and allegedly offered Cassidy to go into a room and square up, much like how academics and Vlad were talking about how Little Dirk and 6ix9ine were going to get a hotel room and just go square up. You know, nobody wants no type of presence, you know what I mean, that's going to leave them having to deal with any type of issues. They just want to square up and get their problems off. Cassidy, Gillie, both from Philly. That's how it'll go down sometime. But obviously, I don't think anything happened that day. Cassidy was asked about this. Queen's Flip kind of got the question wrong, or Cassidy misinterpreted the question, and he heard it as though Gillie was with 50 people, and Cassidy was like, Gillie has never approached me with 50 people. So anyways, Gillie said, you was with 50 dudes. Didn't I call all of them ducks, and not one of you attempted to lift a finger? The whole city knows this. Cosmic Kev was a witness. 50 Cent was right there watching. Can you imagine this embarrassment, you guys? From the biggest DJ in your city, Cosmic Kev, to the biggest industry in the artist, biggest artist in the industry, 50 Cent. This is pure embarrassment. And a lot of people are wondering, oh, why didn't Cassidy make it to the level where he was alongside Nas and Snoop and all these major artists, you know, and moments like this, when you have the underground artists coming and knocking at your door, kind of like how 50 Cent did with Ja Rule, probably made Ja Rule look crazy at all types of industry events. Hell, 50 Cent is still making Ja Rule look crazy to this day. Every time Ja Rule does something worth posting up on Instagram, 50 does it. So, he did it. 50 Cent was watching. Cosmic Kev was a witness. Gillie said Swizz Beatz was a witness. Are you kidding me? The guy who put Cassidy on. The guy who put Cassidy on was a witness to this. You know, Gil, you're my dog and all that, but if I was Cassidy in this situation and some underground rapper was trying to make me look crazy and I was with 50 dudes and I wasn't rolling around solo like on some 50-cent power of the dollar type of tip, I would have had my crew of 50 dudes mob this dude ASAP. You know what I mean? I would have been like, come on, what type of BS is this? You're running up in front of me in front of Swiss Beats? You got to be kidding me right now. You are not going to make me look crazy in front of the guy who put me in this industry. So that one right there really took me back. The fact that Swiss Beats was a witness. Gillie ended by saying, just because I'm out here being a leader in the community and I'm being a positive role model for the kids, don't make me update my work. Y'all remember Gillie actually did those shirts. Don't make me update my work shirts. And you know, I really think that Gillie is just so far removed from this nowadays. He'll throw little jabs like he suggested Cassidy battle Papoose recently. He actually suggested like they did a video and Gillie and Papoose were together. Shout out to Papoose as well, making amazing strides in the music industry. Papoose, when asked about a battle, he said, maybe one day if the bag is right, you never know. Gillie hit him with the straight up, you versus Cassidy right now. Gillie's got the bag. Gillie, put up the bag. Gillie Fest. Gillie Fest 2. This fall. Do some crazy stuff, Gillie. Do Cassidy versus Papoose on your own, Gillie. I bet you Cassidy will give you the dope deal. You know what I mean? Do that Barstool Sports battle rap, however you guys are going to do it. You know what I mean? Papoose said the money has to be right. Gillie obviously came with an amazing contender. You know, they have a really rocky past, you know. Cassidy, from the very beginning, didn't want to give Gillie his just due. He didn't want to make room for Gillie, you know, because it was still very early in Cassidy's career. And Cassidy's career was taken out of his own hands by his second album. You know what I mean? When I'm a Hustler dropped and he was in prison. You know what I mean? So, salute to both the guys. Happy belated birthday to Gillie's son, Mac. That's my guy right there, 37 Mac. Salute to Mac and Cheese. Everybody tap in for Gillie's Gillie Fest. Yo, Gillie, I threw the idea at you, Gillie Fest 2. It doesn't necessarily have to wait till your birthday. Do the Cassidy and Papoose battle, man. That would be major. I think you could put that together and, you know what I mean, make history. Everybody watching this video, I want you to follow me on social media. It's Mikey T _ the movie star. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like this. Whoever follows me based on this video, I'm going to shoot you the follow back ASAP, though, man. Stay tuned, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss none of my joints, man. I'll see y'all in the next episode.